Hi everyone, Ahmed Masoud is here, and today I will walk you through a real migration from Google Workspace to Microsoft 365. I'm actually doing this live for one of my customers right now, and I wanted to take you through with me, and I'm bringing you along for the entire journey. In the last video, I have made a comparison between Google Workspace and Microsoft 365 that replies to the question why the client is making the switch right now. They're more than a reason, to be honest. One of them, the security of Microsoft system is better. The cost savings for sure higher in the Microsoft system, and I have mentioned in the previous video how Microsoft 365 apps and services are replacing a lot of apps and features and tools that you have to subscribe to when you are with Google Workspace. So let's deep dive, but there is a small note before we deep dive. In case you found it overwhelming or you wanted an IT professional that is going to help you in that switch, I will leave below my booking page for a quick free intro call, so you can book it with me and I can help you for sure in that process. Alright, let's get started. But before starting, allow me to tell you the prerequisites in order to do this migration in a good way. The first thing I need is an admin access to both Google Workspace Admin Console, which called a super admin, and a Microsoft 365 Admin Center access, the permission called Global Administrator. For sure, also I help my customers to select a valid Microsoft license based on their business needs. There are many license types, and the most sold one is the business standard license. However, some customers are willing to get the business basic license, other business premium, others E-series like E3 or E5. It all depends on the business need and the data security level they want to get. I'm also sending my customer an Excel sheet where they can leave the users, mailboxes, emails, aliases, what's shared mailbox, what's not shared mailbox, etc. There are also other considerations before starting. We have to communicate this with the users effectively early before the migration, about the migration. We have to schedule the migration during low activity hours or over the weekends. We have also to ensure the mailbox sizes, because in Google Workspace you might have a plus 50 gigabyte mailbox. However, in Microsoft the standard limit is 50 gigabyte. So if there is a mailbox that is exceeding the 50 gigs, we have to buy an add-on license within Microsoft system. For sure, we need to test with a pilot user before starting migrating everyone, and then we decide and map all the users and Google Drive data files. So let's go directly to the migration and let's start it. I will explain things while I'm doing this task, and for sure, if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments below, or you can book with me directly a free intro call in case you are willing to do that switch and there are still questions or concerns. So we have here access to the Microsoft Admin Center, where I have the admin access. We have here Google Admin Center, where I can go to the admin for sure. And here is the domain DNS access, where we will go to the DNS records. It's asking me to log in. Allow me to open my CRM to log in. I'm now logging to the Google Admin Console, where I see the users and everything here is good. So I'm now checking the users. Here is the domain. The third important part of the access is the DNS manager, and in this case it's Wix. So Wix, I will go to the settings, then I will go to the domains. In Wix, I will go here and manage DNS records, and here are the DNS records. The first thing, I will also check the admin access in Microsoft side. Microsoft is going to be the target in this case, and the source is Google Workspace. So let's see if there is any user got created. Yes, the client has created the users on Microsoft domain that you are getting by default. So I will just need to switch them to their own domain. So the first thing I will do right now is to go to the domain and start verifying the TXT record only to get the name of that domain. So let's go here, add domain, Here's the domain is added automatically because the client might sign up using when they sign in the first time, it asks them to add their website and Microsoft can read it from there. So I will just add the txt record, which is saying that we own that domain. So I will go to Wix. So I'm now adding the txt record. Here is the value, nothing should be added here, and hit save. So once saved, I can get back to the Microsoft Admin Center and hit verify to see how it works. It's now being verified. Let's wait. I'm excited. Yes, it worked great. So allow me to open a new site because I need to keep this domain port aside right now and go back to the user and switch them all to the business domain. So I have highlighted all of them, changed domains, and I can now select the client domain. For sure, I have told the client that if they are using this, in this case, the client told me that they are using the drive for a couple of months now. So I told them doing that transition of the domain might lead to inconsistency of signing in for a couple of hours. And for sure, today is Friday after hours and it will be great. No one is going to use it for 2 days. I have found out that there is a missing user. I have created them and assigned them a license. And for sure, the client knows that process in that way. And as I just mentioned, it's now Friday evening, so no one is going to use them until the next Monday as per the agreement with the client. So let's get started. So let's verify the domain completely, and I will do it quickly. So now I'm adding the DKIM. It's very important for email integrity as long as the DMARC. So this is part of the email security and integrity that I have to do, which preventing your emails to land in the spam. So let's verify it now and see how it will look like. So it's great, except the MX. I will go back and re-verify the MX because Microsoft 365. Let's do custom other. And shouldn't be that other. Oh, TTL is so by default. So okay, great. So let's go now and verify it. And I hope it works now. Waiting. Yes, it will be green now. So I have added the MX record and I have added the DKIM. I will add the DMARC right now, so I complete this security setup and checkup. So I just added the DMARC. Allow me to check it. DMARC checker. Yes. Let's now add this. So let's check it. And it's now green. Great. Awesome. Lovely. So let's go back to the migration. So in order to start the migration, let's first allow some rules and permission within the Google admin side. So let's visit console.developers.google.com. Allow me to add the password again. So I'm accessing that account. No need for the domain DNS anymore. So it's asking me, I agree. Awesome. So we need to go here, manage resources. We have here the company name, which is good. Add principal, and for sure, let's add our Google super admin. And we will give it some privilege that will allow us to do the migration properly. Oh, I saved them before. Let's do it again. We have given that user project creator policy. So let's give them create service account. And let's also give them organization policy administrator. Let's save. All is good, which is good. While doing the migration, I will get to the point where I will download JSON file that is carrying the migration patch details. And sometimes people face issues downloading and getting that JSON file, and it might be headache. I have a very nice shortcut to get it done effectively without going through that hassle. I just go to that link console.cloud.google.com and I can find it here. Organization policies, but I have a direct link. Then I made sure that I have selected the company name in here. Then I go to disable service account key creation here in the search here down and search for it. Managed. If I try to run this migration that way, I will face this issue, but I open them and I enforce the closure of those policies and make them off. I'm not willing to test it. Sorry, it's a by mistake click, but it's okay. So let's do it with the other one. Manage the policy, override, off, set policy. Here, I want to set the policy again. So let's go here and do the same thing. This one. They are both inactive. I think it's good. Allow me to triple check, sorry. Because this issue is really making me crazy. And I'm not willing to go through it. Set policy, set the policy. I ensure that the policy is set to off in both sites. Okay, this is great. We have now, most probably we're not going to face it at all. They are both inactive, which is great. So we can just now go and start the migration patch in the Microsoft side. We go to the admin center, admin.cloud.microsoft, and then go to the Exchange admin center. I close this, I close that. Then we go to the migrations. Let's refresh that page. So add a migration batch. I give it any name, Google Workspace, migration. I hit next. I select in the migration type, Google Workspace type. I go next. So I need to start now the configuration for the migration. For that client, I will migrate everything, the Gmail, the calendar, the contacts, and even the data. I will present you how I will move the data after migrating or after finalizing the setup for the email. I will hit start. It will ask me to sign in. I will sign in. It asks me to add the password. I think I have the password somewhere here. Here is it. It asks me to consent the access. I will consent and hit continue. It will start like creating the Google Workspace project, service account, and create a service key, and then we will need to enable all APIs for the transition. In your browser, ensure that the pop-ups are allowed because we need it in this transition. We need it because there are pop-ups and things that should be downloaded. That's why it didn't work this time. So I will go back, hit next. I have to reload it completely and redo it again because of that small mistake. So I will do it. Google Workspace, go next. Migration, next, start, sign in, consent, and I continue. Now it's creating it and create a Google Workspace service account, which is good. I'm waiting for it. Let's wait a little bit. So I'm waiting for it. I tried a couple of times, but it didn't work with me. That's why I had to change the browser. So allow us to test now. Google Workspace, Google, and start the process. And the password, consent and continue. Allow this, and let's see. Yay, it's working great. So I'm saving now this JSON with TYVF at the end. I will let you know why I needed it. So I need to click now to this API link, close this thing, copy this client ID, add a new API link, and add the client ID and add the scope to it too. Wow, this is a good news. I'm authorizing it. So I will go to the APIs and enable the APIs for that resource. So I go here and then APIs. So I select that resource in order to enable some APIs for it, like Gmail. I will just review Gmail API. I'm sure it's enabled by default, but I review it. The calendar is always by default disabled, so it's causing issues in the migration, so I have to enable it. There are also other by default enabled, like contacts API and Google People API. I have to enable them, but they are not causing any issues. So this is now done. This is now done. This is now done. Awesome. We are good now to proceed with the next step in the migration. Create a new migration endpoint. Give it any name. I add my admin email address in this area. And I import the JSON that I have just downloaded. And then go next. This is now creating the endpoint. It's created. Now I will import a CSV file with the user that I will create. As long as the source and destination are the same, I just need in the CSV file the email address of the user list. So I will add them now and then I will import them to the migration patch. So I have created the CSV file and I will go now and import them to the migration patch. Here are they. I have an ON file for that process. So I go next, mail, calendar, contact, and rules, and it's selecting the domain. So I will go and proceed and go next, admin, which is my account, and we'll start. So it will start and create the migration batch right now. For sure, I will follow up in the next hour, especially to see if there is going to be any errors or anything that requires my attention. And in the meanwhile, I will keep it validating and starting, and I will go to the Google Drive port. So in order to do the Drive migration, you need just to go to the admin.cloud.microsoft, the admin center. Then you go to the setup. I'm now in the setup page, so I go to migration and imports. I will select Google Workspace. We have other options like Box and Dropbox and SharePoint servers. So we are able to connect servers together for those services and do it like that automatically without the need to do it manually, file by file or folder by folder. So I will select the Google Workspace option. I will go to migrate Google Drive, install and authorize, admin install, continue. It's asking me to add the privileges and permissions for the Microsoft Admin Center to access the data in Google Workspace. I will authorize it and consent and hit finish. It's now loading. Awesome. I think it's now great. It's added here. I go back to, I'm checking out the migration. Let's check it quickly. It's syncing, which is good. So let's go now. I haven't installed it. So I go next. It's generating an authentication link to sign in. So it's giving me the sign in page. I'm signing to the client. I'm signing to the admin access. It's now connecting, and here are the permissions. I keep it to the default settings. Connection is made. The drives. I'm adding automatically the scanning, and I will let it scan the drives that is existing in Google side. With this client, he's not willing to migrate the drive data because they are using the Microsoft Drive for a couple of months ago. But I just wanted to show you the process in case you are interested in migrating the Google Drive to OneDrive. So it's now reading the drive data, scanning them, and telling us how much files, folders we do have in Google side. For sure, the users are going to the users automatically. And if there are shared drives, you can map them to a specific SharePoint library. So my main focus now is going to go to the migration of the users, and I will wait a while till I see how it will go. I will come back to you after 10 or 20 minutes to see the progress here. In the meanwhile, while I'm waiting, I wanted to highlight that I can do it for you whenever you want, in the way you want. In cases you needed support with that switch, don't worry about it at all. Just reach out to me and book a free intro call. Let me your needs, and I will be helping you in that process professionally and efficiently, as you see now. After 2 minutes, we got the first user syncing. Oh wow, the second one started too, so it's promising, guys. As long as it started correctly, I'm feeling happy now, and I will leave it synchronizing and syncing the data to the other server in Microsoft side. For sure, on Monday I have agreed with the client to set up 2 hours meetings separately distributed over the day to be ready to support the team in case they needed support or there is any kind of sign-in issues or any end user support is needed. The client should find us there, and this is part of the migration itself. So it's going great now. Oh wow, all has started, all is in green. I'm just going to leave them synchronizing, and I will let back to you once done. So I will keep it counting. It might take some time because 1 or 2 items of those are having more than 15 gigs, so it will take some time. But we can now say the migration went well. I just updated the client that everything is going nice. So this is almost all. As I just say, in case you need any kind of support, just reach out to us and we will be more than happy to assist. So thanks for watching and have a great day.